Statements. I call the member for Coogee.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I rise today to pay tribute to Sister Kathleen Conlon of Our Lady's Home at Coogee in my electorate. Last week I presented Sister Kathleen Conlon with a Premier's Award for Community Service. Sister Conlon's brother Frank informed my office of the dedicated life of service and compassion led by his sister. The eldest of 9 children from the small town of Binya in far western New South Wales, Sister Conlon left home in August 1944 at the age of 21 to join Our Lady's Nurses for the Poor. For the next few years, she trained as a nurse at Our Lady's of the Sacred Heart Hospice in Randwick, equipping her for the many years ahead that she would be dedicated to caring for the poor and needy in Sydney. Sister Conlon has selflessly focused her life on the needs of others, those less fortunate, particularly those who may have a mental illness or experience circumstances which cause them to be isolated from the rest of the community. According to the congregational leader of Our Lady's Home, Sister Mary Durgan, Sister Conlon returned the quality of life to many ill and disadvantaged people, fuelled by a goal of hers to rehabilitate people and improve lives. In fact, I'm told that Sister Conlon every year entertains in her home in Randwick for Easter and Anzac Day celebrations, as well as inviting friends and relations. She invites the poor and disadvantaged and frequently provides shelter to those visitors. In addition to her nursing work, Sister Conlon also ran a sewing guild from Our Lady's Home for 30 years, fundraised and arranged for goodwill monetary donations to charity and to the home. Sister Conlon was also a founding member of the Australian Catholic Charismatic Prayer Association and continues to be involved 30 years later. People who know Sister Conlon will tell you that prayer is her life. The fact that Sister Conlon is still driving today to attend Sydney Swan Games and making Christmas puddings at the age of 91 proves that her service to others has not been at the expense of her own health. Community service is the livelihood of Sister Conlon. I understand for Christmas last year she in fact made not 1 or 2 but 9 Christmas puddings to be given away. Community service is also a common trait of the Conlon family. Kathleen and Frank's sister Mary spent 50 years teaching in the missions of Papua New Guinea. I also congratulate the family on the recent centenary of the Conlon's family arriving in Binya. Sister Kathleen's qualities of compassion, friendship, generosity and selflessness are an example to us all of the way one person can make a tremendous and wide-reaching positive difference to the lives of others. It was a pleasure to once again meet with Sister Conlon on Monday to present her with the Premier's Award for Community Service. And to the surprise and excitement of Sister Conlon, that the great Swans fan, I was able to organise for a Sydney Swans player, Ben McGlynn, to attend the ceremony and meet her. She in fact had never met a Swans player before in her life, and so it was just a wonderful treat for her. Throughout her almost 70 years of service to my community of Coogee, I believe she epitomises all that the award aims to recognise. Our Lady Sisters of the Poor, Nurses for the Poor in Coogee were a common sight, and still a common sight, but more so when I was a young man. They became known as the Brown Nurses or the Brown Nuns because of the colour of their habits. And in fact, their preference for driving small white Toyota Corollas made them recognisable from where they had come. They've served a tremendous service, have given a tremendous service to our community in Coogee, and I think Sister Conlon deserves to be congratulated, and I thank her for the award, but I want to thank her so much for all the tremendous service that she's given the community of Coogee over the last 70 years.